soon as we've got this office clean, we've got enough loot for both of us to go to the class steak fry. Maynard? Maynard? Brother, I might have known this would turn into a solo act. If there's work to be done, there's one guy who always shows up missing.
You rang?
Maynard, what are you doing in there?
Oh, just tidying up, Dobe. There ain't been nobody in there for months.
Yeah, well, get out of there, yeah. It's nice to be neat, but don't overdo it. We're almost done.
Right, Chief. It's been a long, hard morning.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
How do, friend? Come on, Dobe. Let's go finish our work.
Hey, mister, don't, please. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's right. One false movement. Stand back. I'm gonna jump.
Hey, now, wait a minute, sir. Let's talk this over.
No, there's nothing to talk over. I've made up my mind.
On such a beautiful day, you're gonna jump, but what for?
Well, that's my business now. Get away.
But you've got to have a reason, sir. It's 5 floors up.
Reason? If your girl ran off and left you?
Well, it happens I've had the experience once or twice.
Every week. On the day before the wedding?
Well, women get nervous and undecided.
Oh, she's not undecided anymore. She decided on another man.
Well, that's life.
I had everything ready. Her trousseau,
Well, it's
size
only
10 and a
women.
half. The
Yeah.
wedding gown, the traveling suit.
Yeah.
All that stuff for the house,
Look,
silverware,
look.
towels, sheets, napkins, tablecloths.
Look, there'll be
Imagine
someone
the
else.
disgrace. I'm a laughingstock. I can't face my friends, the people where I work.
What do you care what people say?
I'm a marriage counselor. What would you do if you were in my position?
Jump. Jump. Yeah, better jump.
Maynard!
Jump. You know you got enough trouble for two. I think I'll go along with you.
Maynard, are you out of your head?
Come on, fella, grab my hand. What are you, some kind of a nut?
Maynard, you cut that out.
Ready? 1 for the money. 2 for the show. 3 to get ready.
Is Maynard G. Krebs doing out on a window ledge ready to jump? You've got me. It's absolutely preposterous. Here's a young man with everything to live for, everything going for him. Looks, well, not good looks exactly. Personality, well, he's got one. And that's about all you can say about it. Brains, I don't know why I brought that up. You know, on second thought, maybe jumping isn't such a bad idea. What am I saying?
12 to get ready. 13 to get ready. 14 to get ready. Come on, let's go. Let go of my hand. Let go of your hand.
You heard it, Maynard. Let go of his hand.
What'd I do, Dope? Say something to make him sore?
Look, I don't know who you are, but I can't let you do this.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Maynard, what are you going for?
To keep the company on the way down.
No, it's no good, Maynard.
No, give me another try. Well, I am not going to be a party to this. This is utter madness.
Good for you, sir.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know, I'd get some help for him.
Yeah, I will. Maynard, you did it. I don't know how, but you did it.
What'd I do?
You were just great, that's all. Now get in here before my nerves go all together.
I'll be right with you, Doe, but first, a word to our loyal viewers. Well, that's about it for today, fans. But before we go, I'd like to thank all the folks that made this afternoon such a smashing success. The policemen, the firemen, the net crew, and last but not least, each and every one of you thrill seekers who made this such a grand turnout. It's your support and encouragement that makes it worthwhile for us up here. So once again, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks a million. I never thought you'd catch me.
We did. We did.
When they got him him down to the college hospital, Maynard explained how he happened to fall out of a building. But he explained it so simply, so clearly, so logically, that there was only one thing they could do. They locked him up. Naturally, his many friends and admirers were deeply distressed at the news.
Son, if there is one thing Maynard has got, it's a good imagination. And that's the one thing he's got.
This is serious, Dan.
You bet it is. Why, I've tried to tell you 1,000,000 times it's serious. But no, you just kept saying he's some sort of a harmless eccentric.
Don't you understand, Dad? He's in the college hospital.
It is you that don't understand. They are just trying to help the boy, and you want to go and unleash him on an unsuspecting public again.
You know, Dobie, they aren't going to hurt Maynard.
Oh, au contraire, my dear ones, au contraire. Why, just think, he's going to get 3 square, wholesome, nourishing meals a day. He's going to wear freshly laundered bathrobes with smart long sleeves. They're going to teach him handicrafts. Now, tell me honestly, did you ever dream that he would wind up that good?
You must admit, dear, that Maynard could use a little training and grooming. I mean, it's not as if anybody were trying to do something awful to him or something.
No, that's exactly what they're trying to do. While we're standing here having our little laugh, the dean's cooking up a hearing with the police and the college psychologist to figure out if Maynard ought to be kicked out of school or not.
That's bureaucracy for you. Spending the taxpayers' money on a lot of newfangled rigmarole when they could have settled the whole thing just by dropping a dime in a telephone and calling me.
Now, Herbert, that's not nice. Maynard may be odd, but he's not that odd.
Well, he will do until the real thing comes along.
You know, Dad, appearances are deceiving.
Meaning exactly what?
Well, let me ask you a hypothetical question. What would you say about a guy who goes around all day long in old clothes, acts like a pauper, screams and hollers, actually has physical pain when he has to part with a nickel, thinks everybody in the world's out to exploit him and cheat him and make a monkey out of him?
I'd say lock him up and throw the key away. That guy needs help.
Herbert, dear, I think that Dobie was describing you.
That is just my point. What? What are we standing around here for? Let's get down to that college hospital and spring the kid.
Bringing Maynard from the college hospital shouldn't be too tough. I mean, the hospital's run by intelligent, reasonable people, and all we have to do is prove to them that Maynard's an ordinary, normal, average young man. And all of a sudden, I'm worried. Maynard could be stuck in there for life. Now, there's no reason to worry. Maynard's a cinch to be released immediately. He'll get a fair, impartial hearing presided over by Dean Magruder. And everybody knows Dean Magruder's the sort of man who, I mean, he's the kind of person who, well, they call him the hanging dean.
All right, this hearing is to be conducted on the highest possible scientific level with a devoted reverence to the facts and complete absence of emotional prejudice. Now, which one is the knothead we're booting out of school?
The subject is Maynard G. Krebs.
Great Scott, who's been mistreating this patient?
This is his normal appearance.
My sympathies to his family. Well, are you sure he hasn't had some terrible injury?
Oh, quite sure. Although he did report an earlier fall. His father dropped him one night, carrying him upstairs to bed. But the subject says that there was no damage.
Can you tell me how a little baby's expected to remember whether there was damage or not?
Well, this was just 3 weeks ago, sir.
Well, I know it's a waste of taxpayers' money, but I expect you did run a series of psychological tests on this young man, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. A complete series. We started with the usual examination of reflexes and physical coordination.
You gonna belt me with that thing, sir?
No. Don't be frightened. It's just a little rubber hand. We're going to test your reflexes. Go ahead, Simpson. No help, Mr. Krebs, please. Try the other knee, Simpson. I don't believe I've ever seen anything quite like this. Now, over here, please. Now, this will test your problem-solving ability.
Oh, for joy, I love games.
Well, if you will.
Especially games that aren't hard, like hopscotch.
Oh, this is simple. You put the pegs in the proper holes on the board, you see? Look, round peg, square peg. Round hole, square hole. You see?
Ooh, this is hard.
Ready? Begin.
Well, I'm all done. How'd I do?
You gotta hand it to him, Doctor. He ain't skilled, but he sure is strong. Mismatch.
Ooh, what's that thing? Oh, the chair. I'm going to electric chair for failing a puzzle.
Oh, no. This is just a machine that measures the positive-negative reluctance factor of your personality. It's harmless.
Tell him I like maintain my innocence till the end.
What's the matter? I think I'm going to have to ask for a leave of absence. Incredible. Oh, it's all true. You can ask the rest of the staff.
That won't be necessary, Dr. Lidweiler. Oh, and about your leave of absence, it starts today. You've earned a well-deserved rest.
Thank you, sir.
Dean, Your Honor, could somebody say a word in Maynard's behalf?
Oh, that's a bold idea, madam.
Well, I know that Maynard isn't very good at tests and games of skill and all.
You're on firm ground so far.
But to know Maynard and to understand his peculiarities is to love him. Why, just the other day, he was helping me hang out a wash.
Watch out, Mrs. G. Not, watch it, watch it!
What's the matter?
The flowers.
What?
You like tramped on the flowers.
Oh, there, she didn't mean it.
Maynard, that's just grass.
Just grass, she says, like ha. Oh, they're crying.
Who's crying?
The crocus bulbs, like underground.
Really?
Oh, it's okay, Mrs. G. They're not hurt, just mad.
You mean, Krebs, here's the flowers.
Yes, underground. Isn't that remarkable?
Oh, that's the word for it, all right. Remarkable.
And he has a sensitive nose, too. Why, Maynard can smell things like nobody can.
I'm sure he can, and thank you, Mrs. Gillis.
I remember once Herbert lost his wallet. Oh, it didn't have any money in it, of course, just his driver's license and his large membership
All
card.
right, Mrs. Gillis, thank you.
And do you know that Maynard followed him all the way to the produce market?
Thank you, Mrs. Gillis.
He sounds so cross. I don't think he understood at all.
Don't let it bother you, dear. Uncle Herbie is going to take care of everything.
How? After all those bad things?
Take a look at the button in the dean's lapel.
A buffalo?
A bison. Like me. A lodge brother. And us lodge brothers will do anything for each other. Watch this.
Howdy, Brother Bison. Herb Gillis here.
What then?
Herb Gillis, past grand exalted bull bison, herd 212.
What are you talking about?
Maybe this will refresh your memory.
Gillis, you're not a student in this college here, but I think we can have you admitted to our hospital without any trouble at all.
I know, but I mean, the thing in your lapel, Your Honor.
That is my first nickel. I had it polished and mounted. Now, do I understand you're here as a witness for Krebs?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to tell me that he's a sober, sensible citizen like yourself?
I better not, huh?
You better not. This hearing is closed. I'll now retire and make my decision. And it won't take me long, I assure you. I'll take the accused back and watch him every minute.
Bye. Bye. You know, he's a nice fella.
Oh, dear
Sweet
Herbert.
and kind and...
Excuse me, Mom, Dad. I've got to talk to the dean.
We better get out of here before...
Dad, this isn't fair. They're railroading Maynard. Somebody's got to speak up. Dr. Litweiler?
Yes?
Is that it, sir? Is that all for Maynard?
Well, now you must understand that he's in expert hands.
Yeah, but I'm his friend. I've got to see him.
Well, I'm afraid not. Not for the present. Only doctors will see him. Only doctors.
I see. Only doctors, huh? Only doctors. Call that a scalpel?
No, Doctor, that's a forceps.
Well, take it back and get it sharpened. Nurse,
Yes, Doctor?
get this man into surgery at once.
But, Doctor, he just came from surgery. They set his leg.
Well, take him back and set the other one. We've got to stop doing things by halves around this place. If If you think I was acting too tough and surly to convince the people in that hospital that I was a doctor, then you haven't been watching television lately. Actually, my only concern was to find Maynard and get him out of the hospital, and without delay. Well, almost without delay.
Doctor, it's you, Doctor. And I thought I was never going to see you again.
I'm afraid there's some mistake, madam.
It's Miss, and it's no mistake. You may have worn a mask, but I'd know those burning eyes anywhere.
Look, miss, I've been on duty 49 hours. I'm not a machine, I'm a man. What do you want?
To thank you. Just to thank you for saving my talent. And my life. Look. I can dance again.
Yeah, some other time. I'm
Oh, it
terribly...
was probably just one more broken toe to you, Doctor. But to a ballet dancer, it was life itself. Thank you.
Keep taking that prescription hourly. Well, back to the old grind.
Who was that, Doctor?
Search me, sir.
Well, I know him from somewhere. Check on him, will you?
Yes, doctor.
My guy, what's up, Doc?
Maynard, I'm here to rescue you. Come on, let's get moving quick.
Would you like, wait a minute, Doc, I'm almost up to 5-0.
Austin, it's me, Dobie.
Oh, you're pulling my foot, Doc. Dobie ain't no brain surgeon. He's just my good buddy. And he's like a little confused, not too bright in the head. Oh, pardon me, Dobe, wherever you are.
Okay, I'm not Dobie. Let's just get out of here.
Why?
Why?
Ah, you're wondering, too.
We'll talk about it later. They're liable to bust in here any minute. Now, come on.
Nope, I'm not leaving here till I'm 100% cured, or even better. Examine me.
Maynard, look.
No, doctor, I'm a patient here, and I'm entitled to be called by my maiden name, namely Mr. Krebs.
Mr. Krebs, will you please?
Examine me. No kidding. Remember your hippopotamus oath.
Maynard, this is ridiculous. Open your mouth. Say ah. You're in perfect shape, Mr. Krebs. Now, come on, let's get...
Well, if I'm in perfect shape, what am I doing in this hospital?
Maynard, how should I know? I'm not a doctor.
You're not a doctor, and you've been examining my delicate body.
Maynard, your illness is not entirely physical. There is a suspicion that you are a little bit, shall we say, mixed up.
Shall we say a lot mixed up?
That's what we'll say.
You mean they think I'm mixed up on account I do strange and spooky things?
True.
What do I do that's strange and spooky? Do I tromp around the hot sun with a stick poking that little white ball?
No.
That's called golf. Or do I spend my hard-earned loot on fancy shirts and jackets and Italian shoes that'll be out of style by the next year?
No.
Then how come all them cats who do them strange and spooky things are out there and I'm in here?
You got me. I'm confused.
You're confused and not too bright in the head?
Right.
Ooh, you must be my good buddy Dope. Welcome, good buddy Dope. Let's cut out of here.
Now he knows. Come on, get in the chair on the double. Right. Quiet. You arouse suspicion.
How can we do that? I don't even know what it means.
I'll be right back.
Doctor, where's this patient going?
Home.
Home? Do we want to sign him out?
No, we don't. This is an emergency.
He's going home for an emergency treatment? Would you mind explaining, Doctor?
Nurse, I don't explain things. Do you know who I am?
You mean?
Man, woman, birth, death, infinity.
Oh, Doctor, I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
There he is. Yeah, there he is. I got him. I got him. Right out.
Aren't you a Harvard Medical 41?
No, he's Dobie Gillis, and he'll be 22 in April. He was 52 on Wednesday.
Thanks, Maynard. Come on. You've been a big help.
What are friends for?
If I ever had any doubts about this so-called student, which I didn't, this settles the matter for good. Krebs, you're not the caliber of student we want in this university. You're through. Turn in your beanie.
Now, just a minute. Just a darn minute. Dean Magruder, you can't do this to Maynard. I know he's acted a little strange, but there must be a good reason.
Can you think of one, Gillis?
No.
Neither can I.
How come nobody asked me? You're all the time belting me with rubber hammers and shooting electricity in my skull, but you never once asked me what I was doing out there on that ledge.
Didn't you ask him, Doctor? Didn't you? All right, Krebs, what were you doing on that ledge?
What ledge?
Maynard, concentrate. The man was going to jump, and then you got out and said you'd jump with him. Why'd you do it?
On account of my cousin Ramsey.
Now, see here, Gillis, you're only making matters worse for your friend here.
Let me try, sir. Who was Cousin Ramsey?
He was my cousin, and his name was Ramsey, and that's how come I called him Cousin Ramsey. Well, one day when we were little tiny kids, he said to me, Maynard, I'm going to run away from home. And he had this raft and this pole and his pajamas in a paper bag.
Well, this is all very interesting, I'm sure. But what does it have to do with the man on the ledge?
Well, if you stop belting people with rubber hammers and listen, you might learn something.
All right, so your cousin Ramsey had a raft, a pole, pajamas in a paper bag, and said he was going to run away, eh?
He was telling people all the time he was going to run away, but people kept saying, no, no, Cousin Ramsey, don't run away. But not me. I said, okay, Cousin Ramsey, I'll run away with you.
I think I'm beginning to see the connection. Look, Dean Magruder, Maynard treated this man on the ledge just like he treated his cousin Ramsey. He called his bluff. He said, if you want to jump, I'll go with you. Gentlemen, in his blind, instinctive way, Maynard was practicing better psychology than anybody out there. Maynard, you're quite a fella.
Oh, I'm just a great American and a heck of a good sport.
Well, Krebs, I'm not prepared to say exactly what you are. But your friend here could be right. In any case, I don't think your actions warrant a dismissal from college. So, Krebs, you are reinstated. Welcome home, more or less.
Oh, for joy, for joy.
Dr. Litweiler, do you have any further questions for Mr. Krebs?
Heaven forfend.
Good luck, Krebs.
Well, Maynard, how does it feel to go from goat to hero in 1 minute flat?
What hero?
Well, there are two people in this world who are very lucky to have known you.
Really, Dobe? Who?
Well, that man on the ledge and your cousin Ramsey. You'll probably never hear from the man, but I'll bet Ramsey was grateful for what you did.
Oh, yeah, he thanked me over and over on the raft.
The raft?
The raft on which we ran away on.
You mean you never talked your cousin Ramsey out of running away?
No, Dobe. He and me were gone for 6 months. Gee, maybe I'd better go tell the dean.
Maybe you'd better not, Maynard. Girls, I'm going off duty now, and I thought perhaps we could,
Oh, boy, what a crazy bison lodge meeting I just came from. We're all standing around the snooker table. Hey, there's no fish in this part of the river.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, then what are you fishing here for?
Because I hate fish, but I like fishing.
Well, I guess it takes all kinds to... Hey, no, stop!
Mr. G, that's the guy who was going to jump off the building. I think he's in a rut. Like, hi, mister, remember me?
Hold it, Maynard. It's my turn to be the hero. Oh, hello there. How are you today, sir?
Terrible.
Oh, I see your girl dumped you again, huh?
Oh, no, I don't care about her anymore. I got me a new girl.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, now she dumped me. Farewell, cruel world. Don't try to stop me.
Who's trying to stop you? What's this, Maynard? I think it's a great idea. In fact, I think it's such a great idea, I'm going with you.
What?
Oh, absolutely. Here, hold my hand. I'll count.
Are you sure you want to go?
Certainly. 1 for the money.
Well, all right, as long as you know what you're doing.
2 for the show.
3 to get ready, and 4 to go!